Will you hear me so loud and clearly? This is the last time you'll ever hear from me.
Hi there guys, welcome once again to Jonesy's vlog. I'm just going to make it a quick one really, because obviously not that much to talk about in today's game against Brighton, the 2-1 loss. Apart from the penalty, the 3 goals and the 3 send-ins off, that is. Yeah, of course I'm kidding. I mean, it was a... I mean, if people wanted an entertaining sort of final home game of the season, then they certainly weren't disappointed there, were they? I mean, it was absolutely mental. I mean, I'll get onto the ref in a bit. I don't want to spend too long on him because he's clearly not worth it. But on a whole, I think really we didn't deserve to lose. I thought, you know, a draw, possibly a win, wouldn't have been really unfair against us. I thought we had the more chances definitely in the game. I feel we were dominant in the game for the majority of it, up until Joufy's sending off. You know, when we got to 1-1, I thought there was only one team that was going to go on to win that match, and that definitely wasn't Brighton. I felt, you know, for a side that, you know, is now guaranteed into the playoffs, and congratulations to them. You know, really happy for Gus Poyet there. You know, I wasn't disappointed by them. I mean, they did play some good stuff. You know, they definitely passed the ball around quite well. You know, keep possession pretty well, and you know, the goals they created, obviously, you know, we kind of helped them with the first one, but I thought their winning goal was a decent cross and decent header there. But, you know, apart from that, I definitely feel we were the better side, and I feel we're definitely unlucky. But obviously the referee kind of he overshadowed the whole game really with his decisions. The first one, of course, for Rudy Austin. It's a bit difficult for me to comment on this because I didn't actually see it. Where I sit in the northeast upper corner, there's a post that's pretty much obscures there's a small part of the pitch that it obscures, but of course it had to be that bit where the incident occurred. So obviously a lot of people saying there was an elbow involved, and people were saying that it was deserved, but then there's other people saying there was nothing much in it. And Brian McDermott's come out and said, you know, he's definitely appealing it and that it's definitely not a red card. So obviously he had a better view of the incident. They've may have looked at replays of it. So who knows? You know, that might have been a bad decision from the ref. Brighton sending off for the penalty. I wasn't expecting the red card to be given. You know, I know everyone was shouting off. But I was expecting maybe a yellow, but to actually give the red card, I don't know. Maybe because it was the last defender, but I mean there was quite a lot of people in the box at that time. But I felt that was harsh anyway. And then of course the sending off for Jouf, which by all accounts apparently he grabbed his nether regions or his bollocks. Which, as someone pointed out on Twitter, you know, if he'd have grabbed someone else's bollocks, then I can see it being a sending off, but grabbing his own, I don't know. I mean, let's not skip around the fact, you know, it was silly to do what he did, you know, to have scored the penalty at the Kop end and then to race to the other end to the Brighton fans. You know, I know he gets a lot of abuse from them, and he said that he got abuse down at Brighton and he was getting a lot of it today, but you know, he gets it week in, week out, and he usually deals with it alright. But you know, to do what he did was silly. But I mean, how many times do we see players at Elland Road scoring a goal and then celebrating in front of the Kop or celebrating in front of the Leeds fans? And I mean, how the refs can see where gestures are made or not. And I mean, I wasn't even too sure that, you know, a gesture like that sort of warranted a red card really. I've never seen anything like that before. So I mean, I think there needs to be some sort of clarity sort of put out there as to why he was actually sent off, because like I say, players are doing that week in, week out, celebrating with opposition fans where gestures can be made quite easily, and I see them quite a lot. I know other fans see them quite a lot, and I don't see red cards given for them there. So, you know, like I say, I feel we were hard done by, especially at that point in the game. you know, Joofy was probably silly to do what he did, and Brian McDermott said, you know, he needs to, you know, have a look at himself and things, which, you know, I do agree with, because it was a silly mistake to make. But I think the red card was harsh, and I think, you know, with him on the pitch and the momentum we had, that we definitely, you know, would have gone on to win the game. But, you know, even when we were the team down to 10 men and then down to 9 men, you couldn't really tell the difference. You know, we were still attacking, we were still looking quite threatening up front, and still playing some good stuff. So, you know, I do feel kind of positive, really. I think the first sort of 20 minutes was quite poor. We weren't playing some great stuff there. A lot of dodgy passes happening. Like I say, whether that's, you know, getting used to the new system under McDermott, it probably is. I mean, obviously for their goal, I couldn't work out at first. I just thought Leeds had passed it back and it had gone straight to their player. But looking on the replay on the big screen, it looked as if their player, which was closing down on Tom Lees, actually got his foot to it, and it was his tackle that pushed the ball on. Which now, you know, if that is the case, then obviously their player was offside. And, you know, Stephen Warnock did go run into the linesman complaining about something. I'm guessing that's what it was. But Tom Lees didn't seem to say anything. So I'll have to see the replay again there. But, you know, either way, it was poor defending, really. You know, it should have been dealt with. But then apart from that, you know, sort of leading into half time, and especially in the second half, I thought, like I say, I thought we were the dominant side. So disappointing not to get anything out of it. But, you know, at this stage of the season, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter what place we finish now. We're not going up, we're not going down. Just a quick mention on the fact, I thought the fans were brilliant today. You know, we're just under 25,000 there, and the atmosphere in the second half especially, it was that proper end of season feel to it. You know, kind of didn't care what was happening, just there to have a good time and enjoy it. A lot of decent songs going about and banter between the fans. So I pretty much enjoyed the day. I thought when it started off those first 20 minutes, you know, it wasn't going to be as enjoyable as I thought, but it was certainly entertaining anyway. And, you know, kind of fitting way to sort of end things off at Elland Road for this season. So, as I've said in the other videos, you know, looking forward to next season now, really, and get this one completely out of the way. And hopefully on to brighter things under Brian. So I'm just going to finish off quickly mentioning again, I'm doing a question and answer session through a vlog. It will, again, depending on how many people are getting in touch, it may be this week, it may be at the weekend, I'm not quite sure, guys. I mean, I've had about 4 or 5 questions. I've had quite a lot of people asking for me to do it, but I haven't had that many questions in, guys. So please do get your questions in. Like I say, whether it's Leeds United based, whether, you know, ask anything you want, whether it's about myself, whether it's about the gaming videos that I do. You know, honestly, ask me anything. It's question and answer session with absolutely no limits, so do get them in. But I'm also going to incorporate into that video an end of season award for Leeds United this season, just to sort of pad the video out, really. Categories I'm going to give you is Player of the Season. I can probably guess what these are going to be. Player of the Season, Young Player of the Season, Goal of the Season, and Moment of the Season. I'll probably give my own personal favourites out, but I want you guys to send your answers in and your votes, and I will reveal them when I do my question and answer vlog, or I may do it as a separate video, I don't know. So yeah, get your responses in either in the comments below or send them to my Twitter. So that's Player of the Season, Young Player of the Season, Goal of the Season, and Moment of the Season. You know, your defining moment of the season, or whatever you enjoyed most. So yeah, like I say, get them in. Get your questions in for the question and answer session. Again, either send them on here or on my Twitter. Again, that's at Chris Jones LUFC. So yeah, as always, guys, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you all very soon.